go by all kind of names. Yo, my nicknames got nicknames. Nitro, nice flow, the sixth man off the bench, the foot soldier in the trench, the black Santa, all that. First of all, let me tell you the name is Luke Kane. Call me Black College cause I make you feel the pain. This an underground hit for my homies to ride to. Skip to the loo when you're riding through my zoo. Bears and gorillas, even orangutans. The lions and the monkeys all speaking my slang. We all paper chasers with a different disguise on. I spy on green guys, that's why I got mine on. Jackson and Franklin, frankly I don't like what I gotta do to keep Jack from fainting. Nah, I ain't complaining, just venting a little. Turn my headphones up, son, and mic a little. I got the same attitude as Malcolm Little. X marks the spot, now bring it back to the middle of the map. Guess who's back with more beats? Hi-hat. Say make money, money, make money, money, money.
Make money, money, make money, money, money. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound.
Fat pockets.
I need that Skrilla on the Rilla.
Fat pockets.
I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound.
Fat pockets.
I need that Skrilla on the Rilla.
Fat pockets.
I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Survival of the fittest, you could sink or swim. I been broke, I ain't never going back again. I need some C-notes, some cheddar, and a stack of ends. I need a bowl of dough, I don't need no Facebook friends. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound.
Fat pockets.
I need that Skrilla on the Rilla.
Fat pockets.
I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound.
Fat pockets.
I need that Skrilla on the Rilla.
Fat pockets.
I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. You got a $5 bill, put your hands up. You got a $10 bill, put your hands up. You got a $20 bill, put your hands up. You got a $50 bill, put your hands up. Holla, holla. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sign. I need that Skrilla on.
Yeah, the revolution, y'all. Yep, the revolution.
The revolution, y'all, will not be televised.
Yeah, you gotta wake up, open your eyes,
Make a change in your life,
and find a new way of living.
It's time to start living for the children.
Everybody look into my life, tell me what you see. The perseverance of a young man sitting is so free. LA Mac, be the champ, but still fighting the struggle. They couldn't shut my mouth with a muzzle. I'm hard to figure like a puzzle. My name ought to be Jigsaw, rough around the edges. I've been known to spit raw, always with a pen and a book. I'm kinda thin and I look real suspicious like a one-eyed crook. St. Loco is the city I claim, not in a game, but I'm bang. Don't try me, I ain't new to this thing. Consequences and repercussions for pissing me off. I ain't mad, I'm just trying to pay the rent on this loft. Short arms and short pockets, I be pulling out lint, so understand why I'm trying to get bent. We all about that hippie hoppy, don't stop me all the way live. Writing more issues than vibe when my mind televised. The revolution, y'all, will not be televised. You gotta wake up, open your eyes, make a change. I go by all kind of names. Yo, my nicknames got nicknames. Nitro, nice flow, the sixth man off the bench, the foot soldier in the trench, the Black Santa, all that. First of all, let me tell you the name is Luke Kane. Call me Black College cause I make you feel the pain. This an underground hit for my homies to ride to. Skip to the loo when you're riding through my zoo. Bears and gorillas, even orangutans. The lions and the monkeys all speaking my slang. We all paper chasers with a different disguise on. I spy on green guys, that's why I got my zone. Jackson and Franklin, frankly I don't like what I gotta do to keep Jack from fainting. Nah, I ain't complaining, just venting a little. Turn my headphones up, son, and mic a little. I got the same attitude as Malcolm Little. X marks the spot, now bring it back to the middle of the map. Guess who's back with more beats?
Hello, folks. How you all doing? It's Andy here with the Super Saturday. I do apologize. Miguel is still not well, unfortunately. So poor Miguel's still laid up in bed. I think he's got a bug of some sort. So you've got me today. I'm just going to run through the full presentation. That's what we do on Saturdays. I'll also drop a couple of little news items as well and give you some news of something we're going to do next week. During the week, I recently did an article which was for an education publication run by Tom Schenk, who you hopefully will remember from Global Gathering. So we're doing a big article in the education magazine next quarter. And I was asked to write an article for that. And I'm actually going to go through the article because it's all about the metaverse and education, the education sector. And it was great to do the article because there's a lot of research I did in bringing that out. Hang on, I'm just going to pull this back a bit. Yeah, it was good to do the article because, as I say, in doing it, I had to do an awful lot of research. And yeah, some of the findings are incredible. You know, the way the education sector is going to pan out on the metaverse and already is, you know, the numbers of universities in the States, for example, all the big premier universities, and then recently 10 other universities got millions and millions of dollars worth of kit from Meta, from Mark Zuckerberg, to set up metaverse campuses as well. So going to be running that maybe Monday. I will go through that just to do something a little bit different. Now, today we are going to go through the main overview, which I'm going to do right now. So sit back and I will take you through that. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, let's share my screen. Okay, awesome. Okay, so you can all see my screen, I'm pretty sure. Let's do this from this slide. Okay, so it's Gmeta One, a design for digital life. This is the slightly shorter and more succinct version of this presentation. Now, when you're doing, if you're ever talking to people about the metaverse, there's a lot of people will look blankly stare at you, or they don't really have heard about it, but they don't really know how it applies to them. That's the biggest problem I see with sharing Gmeta One, the whole Gmeta, the whole idea of Gmeta One. And to get over that, I think it's very important for people to realize what Web 1.0 and 2.0 were before trying to tell them what 3.0 was, because it'll blow their minds otherwise. So this is a very simple way of doing that. So Web 1.0, that operated roughly from about 1989 to 2005. And that was what we call the static web. Because it was static, there wasn't a lot of moving parts to it. So therefore, it was the first and most reliable internet. Less moving parts, less the things that can go wrong. Simple as that. Now, it offered access to limited information. So people just wanted to get their companies on the World Wide Web. People were waking up in cold sweats in the middle of the night going, oh my God, I need to be on the internet. And that's exactly what it was doing. It was offer access to limited information about your company, what services you offered. Probably at that stage, you weren't even able to buy anything. Little to no user interaction. There you go. It didn't have algorithms it hadn't been invented yet to sift internet pages, and it was a one-way highway. So the company or the organization shared its information. There's no interaction. So that shuffled along until about 2005, and then Web 2.0 started to come into being. That's what we call the social web. Now, the social web does exactly what it says. It allows people to be more interactive with the people sharing the information. Then it also gave birth to social networks, user-generated content, yes, blogs and WordPress sites and all that sort of stuff, website interoperability. So yes, you could share your website all over social media, etc. New web technologies, so there are new computer languages, JavaScript, HTML5, CSS3, and these allowed developers and web technicians to create different types of websites. Now, also there was platforms such as YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and many, many more. Back in 2005, it would have been MySpace and Bebo, actually. Back then, Facebook hadn't been invented. Mobile access via smartphones and tablets also came into being. And right now, I think it's something like 90% of people access the internet with a phone. Now, a phone back then would actually have probably been a BlackBerry. That was the first real smartphone. Anybody remember those? You don't see too many of those about these days, maybe in a museum. Okay, so what is Web 3.0? That's up and coming. It's kind of on the way. It's already happening. Next stage of the web, it's more intelligent. It'll process information with near human-like intelligence. The AI has got to such an extent it could run smart programs to assist users. It also will involve decentralized finance, cryptocurrency tokens, essentially. The metaverse is a part of 3.0, not all of it, but it's a part of 3.0. It's one of the bits that goes together. AR and VR, or augmented virtual reality, will play a big, big part. And the AI, as we've already said, because the artificial intelligence is that good, it can actually edit and produce content itself based on data, which is called semantic data. Meaning that it can be manipulated by a machine, can be read and changed, amended by a machine. So that's very, very complex. Quite scary, actually. What is the metaverse then? So what is this? In the broadest terms, the metaverse is understood as a graphically rich virtual space with some degree of realism, where people can work, play, shop, socialize, in short, do the things humans like to do together in real life. Or perhaps, more to the point, on the internet. Metaverse proponents often focus on the concept of presence as a defining factor, feeling like you're really there and feeling like other people are really there with you too. It actually doesn't exist, though. The metaverse actually doesn't exist. Why is that? Well, the current platforms are centralized and exist only as walled gardens, individual digital universes. We use the phrase digital universe, not metaverse. You'll notice that from a lot of our presentations. So until someone can virtually walk out of one game and into another, it'll be challenging to say that the metaverse has truly arrived. We are far from the idea that these metaverse-like experiences will be interoperable, as not all of these experiences are even built on the same technology, or even have the intention of becoming compatible with other projects. Well, they don't now, but they're going to have to. That's the bottom line. Games platforms demonstrate the global appetite for virtual worlds, but it'll only truly become the real metaverse when we can all walk into our screens and move between platforms. So yeah, that's a very good analogy. Other metaverse projects, Sandbox, Decentraland, Somnium Space, Voxels. You cannot just literally take a taxi from one to the other and retain the same avatar, looking exactly the same, like walk across a border into another one at the minute. Introducing Gmeta One. Gmeta One is a hybrid metaverse ecosystem with interconnecting metaverse business development, networking, real estate, and education objectives. The Gmeta One project is also an effective bridging our world with other hybrid metaverses, representing an expanding network of three-dimensional Web3 worlds with equally expanding value in the form of increased accessibility to additional metaverse communities in our future network. There's always going to be more. There's always going to be more. And we're going to seek to work with all of them. About Gmeta One, a secret part of our mission and platform is founded on education, with another pillar rooted in networking and business development, founded upon a metaverse environment designed with the technological capacity to allow individuals to build, buy, sell, and rent metaverse real estate. We are bridging together education and development while creating a fulfilling metaverse experience environment for developers, metaverse real estate brokers and owners, NFT creators, virtual event hosts and planners, e-commerce merchants, and business-to-business offerings, not forgetting people like ourselves, newcomers to the metaverse. Now, these bridges I spoke of earlier, Gmeta One is already establishing premises in other metaverse projects and will continue to do so as part of our ongoing mission to become a bridge connecting multiple digital universes. Some of our locations as follows: Voxels, the Gmeta Arena, which has hosted live streaming events such as Miami NFT Week, South by Southwest, our very own event, Global Gathering, and an exclusive event with Wiz Khalifa. We also have apartments for rent, Gmeta One Heights, and several other premises, including Miguel's Place. Decentraland. Now, there we have our 4-story headquarters established in a very, very popular and prominent site. Somnium Space, we've actually got another unique looking Gmeta Arena in Somnium Space. And we've actually acquired a complete world, a whole planet based on Somnium Space's platform for future use. Let's have a look at the beginning. How did this all start? Well, in the beginning, Second Life was launched in June 2003. It was the pioneer for what we now know as the metaverse. In Second Life, users can purchase avatars, wearables, property, vehicles, etc. using its own internal currency, Linden dollars. They are only available to purchase for use in the Second Life platform. Linden dollars are not externally tradable and are certainly not a cryptocurrency. So like V-Bucks are the currency for Fortnite and they're absolutely useless anywhere else. Okay, same sort of scenario. By 2013, in spite of having over 64 million registered users, Second Life had just, unfortunately, only over 1 million active registered users, and it hasn't gone up a lot since. It does, however, remain as a trailblazer for all current metaverse projects. I strongly believe that people just weren't ready back in 2003. 19 years ago, they were not ready for what was the founder of the metaverse. Now, here are 3 established metaverse projects: Sandbox, Decentraland, Somnium Space. They all have their own proper decentralized tokens. So let's have a look at the way their tokens and the way the land prices operate in these 3 established projects. Sandbox's metaverse launched in November 2021. The average price of land was $100 at launch. The average price of land this year in March was $15,000. Phenomenal growth. Now, the token SAND was launched at 8 tiny cents. The all-time high for that was achieved about a year and a half after the currency launched at $8.40 last autumn. Unbelievable. The currency had been around prior to the Sandbox metaverse as we know it, by the way. I should tell you that. Now, you can check all this on CoinGecko. Decentraland, it opened its doors in February 2020. It had an average land price of $20. Currently, that sits at around about $12,000. Again, huge upturn in value. Their token MANA, price at launch 2 cents. The all-time high was $5.85. Again, phenomenal growth in the land price, phenomenal growth in their token. Somnium Space opened its doors 2018. It's quite established and older. The average land price was based on Second Life's current land price at that point, which was $500. Now the average price is about $10,000. The price at launch of their token, which is called Cube, was 2 cents about 2 years ago. The all-time high for their token was $28.12. It's just crazy growth. Now, I'm not suggesting our token will do this. I'm not a financial advisor, but this is historical fact. What you're seeing in front of you is historical fact. Why are we different? Gmeta One seeks to be a bridge between the Gmeta One world and other metaverses. We have unique offerings with our Gmeta One NFT proposition and other utilities in our ecosystem like the Gmeta V Academy, the business and advertising marketplace. But the bridges we create between metaverses as well as contractors to clients truly distinguish us from any other cryptocurrency project. In addition, our token, unlike the three you've just seen on the previous slide, they were all launched on the Ethereum blockchain. That proved out to be very expensive after a while, so they all actually moved on to Polygon to save their users money. Ours is actually going to be launched on the Binance Smart Chain. It's faster, more flexible, and cheaper. We will offer a bridging solution if people do want to use Ethereum and Polygon as well. Our pre-sale bonus offers you right now a 100% bonus match for sharing this opportunity with other people. So if somebody buys $1,000 in Gmeta tokens with your link, you're going to get $1,000 worth as well, and 50% on the level 2. So if the person you bring on board invites somebody and they buy $1,000 worth, you will actually get 50%, $500 on that purchase, and you probably don't even know them. In pre-sale, we offer an NFT giveaway incentives, VR headsets, and even luxury vehicle prizes. Our token is the power to the Gmeta One ecosystem. Everything from paying for education, to buying land, to building on the land, to clothing your avatar, to buying NFTs, all things Gmeta. Therefore, for a cryptocurrency to have a successful launch, it needs a few things. One of them is a use case, and ours is undeniable. It's the only token we're accepting in our metaverse. Now, we're currently raising $5 million via the pre-sale. We've got 5,000 holders and 15,000 subscribers, and we're selling 20% of the total supply in this pre-sale of 1 trillion. Of this amount, that's $5 million, okay, essentially. Of this amount, 2.5 million, half of that will go into locked liquidity. Now, again, I'm not going to make any suggestions as to the future value of our token, but if you've got this use case that's undeniable and you've got 2.5 million in liquidity that's locked away, not even the development team can access it, it's going to be a very attractive proposition for investors. Even people who don't really care about the metaverse, they just want to invest in a stable, secure, and attractive token. What do you think that's going to do to the price? Okay. So, in the press, Gmeta One is featured strongly in the crypto, tech, investment, and other online media publications. There's Bitcoinist, Coinpedia, AMB Crypto, Last Minute Crypto, Investing.com, Cointelegraph, and a lot of other language publications as well. So who's involved? This is always good to look at. Now, I do a news item usually once a week, where we go over some news and tell you about people like you seeing in front of you. And this list, it's updatable all the time. It's absolutely incredible. Now, have a look at celebrities: Snoop Dogg, Paris Hilton, Lady Gaga, Madonna, Shawn Mendes, Grant Cardone, Method Man, LeBron James, Rihanna, Floyd Mayweather. I don't even have Tom Brady in there. Tom Brady is one of the biggest crypto heads on planet Earth, and he's very heavily involved in NFTs and Web3. Jay-Z, Shaq O'Neal, Travis Scott, Wiz Khalifa. Brands, fashion brands. Excuse me. Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Burberry, Givenchy, Zara, Tommy Hilfiger, Dolce & Gabbana, Balenciaga, and we had Hugo Boss threw their hat in the ring last week. Ralph Lauren, Prada, Charlie Cohen, DKNY, Gap. Food and drink: McDonald's, Coca-Cola, Wendy's, Panera, Carrefour, Tiger Beer, Johnny Walker, Crown Royal, Estrella Damm. Yep, there's a lot of booze in the metaverse. Sports brands: Nike, Adidas, New Balance, Under Armour, Puma, Reebok, Asics, all the big ones. Financial: JP Morgan, Citibank, HSBC, American Express, Morgan Stanley, Standard Chartered, MasterCard. The list goes on and on and on and on. All those massive names. And it's not just about opening your doors in the metaverse and hoping people come in and buy stuff. No, it's not that. They have to create interesting, engaging experiences for their customers, or their prospective customers, actually. So why are they getting involved? Well, here's a statement. The metaverse economy could be an $8 to $13 trillion total addressable market by 2030. Miguel didn't say that. Sylvie didn't say that. I didn't say that. Citibank said that. A bank, a conservative bank who don't normally make statements like that. The benefits of having a metaverse presence for any business are numerous. It permits businesses to reach a global audience without geographical limitations. Just a stat for you guys. I mentioned Travis Scott. Travis Scott did a gig in Fortnite. To date, 69 million people have watched it. 69 million, and he didn't leave home to do it. It allows businesses to interact with the customers in a more personal way, a more social and engaging experience for customers, which can lead to more sales and long-term loyalty. One of the names missing on that previous slide, Starbucks threw their hat in the ring. They're going to run their loyalty scheme in conjunction with NFTs in the metaverse. Your virtual premises and in our metaverse, and everything in it will be NFTs you can stake to earn a passive income. Businesses can also use virtual worlds to train employees, replicating real-world experiences to let their team practice in advance. We just had an article yesterday. Interpol, the International Policing Organization, have opened in the metaverse with that very thing in mind. Businesses can test out new products and services without having to invest in physical infrastructure or risk negative publicity. Here's our services. This is what we can provide. It was on the video I showed at the start of this show. Gmeta One has a huge portfolio of services we can offer members. We can do it in our metaverse or any of the metaverses with which we have a bridge. Metaverse land purchases. We can help you with that. We can build for you, building services. We can actually we've got lots of properties available immediately for commercial or private rentals. We're doing that in Gmeta Heights. Billboard sales and rentals. If you want to advertise in any metaverse, we will help you do it. Venue rentals. We are just about, hopefully, to take a booking for the Gmeta Arena for a concert. NFT creation. Wearable NFT design. Sylvie's designed hundreds and hundreds of amazing wearables. Education and training across all of these aspects, and much more to come. Our team, this is us. We're very open. We all know what we have to do. Very rarely does anybody have to ask somebody to do something, because the person knows what already they need to do already. You know, I'll come up with a video, Sylvia will come up with, you know, some amazing design building or whatever. You know, we all just get on with it. Basically, we're quite competitive, but we're also very together. And you can see us all on Instagram. So imagine a market free from the traditional barriers to entry, a platform where you can promote your brand globally, a currency with huge liquidity and infinite usage, and a world where anyone can participate and stake their claim. That is Gmeta One, guys. That is what we do. So hopefully, if you're just new to us, you can see what's going on. Hi there. Yeah, nice to be here. Please give a big shout out to Miguel to wish him all the best for a speedy recovery. We want him back on Monday, so hopefully he'll be with us on Monday again. So now I'm just going to run a couple of little news items. Actually, I was scheduling some posts. I do this all the time, but there's a couple of really cool things that are happening at the minute that took my eye. Let me just see the schedule posts. Bear with me a second, just pulling some things up. Posted. Oh god, yeah. There's a few things here. I'm just going to run through four little items. Okay. One kind of follows on from the policing thing I said there in that presentation about Interpol. You know, it's fascinating what people are doing with this technology. But here in the not here. I wish it was in the United Arab Emirates. United Arab Emirates police force first to offer services in the metaverse. Now, guys, if you don't know much about the police force, the Dubai police force, for example, they've got Bugatti Veyrons and Lamborghini police cars and stuff, just like a lot of other people in that particular country do. Ajman Police have become the first police agency to provide its services to customers through metaverse technology. The GITEX Technology Week also saw the police command launch the request for sponsorship, which is a smart new service which allows the public to communicate with the police remotely. Ajman Police General Command also participated in the Dubai Metaverse Forum. Lieutenant Colonel Mohammed Abdullah Abu Shihab said that the police force had participated with the aim to benefit from metaverse technology in the police field. Meanwhile, the Dubai Police General Command announced the launch of a new version of its smart application on the second day of GITEX Global, which includes a premium bunch of 70 developed services using the latest programming techniques. So again, Dubai is always at the forefront, and now their police force have actually followed suit. Let's just see what we've got here. This was religion. Now, religion is definitely one area that's going to benefit greatly. Organized religions are going to benefit massively from the metaverse. If you think about, there was one we ran a few weeks ago where there's an American pastor who does his church services once a week in real life and then goes online to do a metaverse version for people who maybe have mobility problems, or they're just simply too far away to attend church services. So this is another one here. This is Hindu religion. This is Diwali, the Festival of Lights, is around the corner. We have seen so many events celebrated in various metaverses worldwide. I wondered why big festivals like Diwali are not celebrated there. Finally, we have the world's first Diwali in the metaverse. The celebration will happen in Altworld, India's own social media platform, between the 22nd and 24th of October. Happy Diwali if you're on this show and you celebrate that. Okay. The founder at Altworld said a strong component of user experience in any technology is the culture connect of the target audience. A virtual Diwali experience inside the metaverse is our attempt to bring an Indian phenomenon into the wave of 3D content consumption for socializing in virtual worlds. So there you go. Diwali's getting on board, and Lord of the Rings. Warner Brothers teams up with Web3 startup Illuvio to launch Lord of the Rings NFTs. These will sell like hotcakes. I guarantee it. I guarantee these will go crazy. Warner Brothers Discovery has partnered with blockchain tech company Illuvio to launch tomorrow the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring Web3 movie experience with limited edition multimedia NFT versions of the movie. Fellowship of the Ring features a 4K Ultra HD 3-hour 48-minute extended version of the 2001 film, over 8 hours of bonus footage and commentary, image galleries, etc. There are 2 editions that fans can choose. Warner Brothers are minting 10,000 copies of the Mystery Edition, priced at $30 each. That is very, very cool that they've come in at that price. That is very, very cool. It comes with one of 3 location-based navigation menus modeled after a location in the film. There'll be 999 copies of the Epic Edition, or $100 each. And they will be rolling out. Oh dear, they're already out, guys. So if you're interested there, you need to get involved right away, because they rolled out at 9 a.m. yesterday morning in Pacific time. So that would have been 5 o'clock EST, 5 o'clock UK time at 12 noon this time, basically yesterday. So get along there if you can to make sure you get that. The Fellowship of the Ring NFT, you just need to go to this. I'll pop this in the chat, see if Zuckerberg allows me. I just think they'll be, I've just put the link for anybody who wants to get involved there. It's web3.wb.com/Warner Media /movieverse. And you'll be able to get yourself a piece of that action from as little as $30. That is a steal for something as big, with such a big fan base as Lord of the Rings. That is really, really cool that they're doing those at that price. Finally, this is in French. Why it's in French, I do not know. Je parle français, but not everybody listening to will. So Formula One really dives into NFT, cryptos, and the metaverse. If you watch Formula One, guys, always watch the ads in the background. There's loads of crypto ads these guys are zooming past. Crypto.com practically features in every race you see in Formula One. They're all over the place. Many institutions are gradually integrating into the crypto sector. It's no longer a surprise. Formula One is launching into the digital world. It's not a surprise, but when Formula One files 8 trademark applications covering cryptocurrencies and the metaverse, that's a big surprise. On October the 5th, they filed 8 applications. The world moves at high speed. Formula One is determined not to jump on the bandwagon. Mike can do this. We always hear from him. According to the latter's statements, the applications were filed by Formula One Licensing, a Dutch company of the Formula One group. According to its website, the event has Formula One is the biggest annual sporting event in the world. Indeed, the latter takes place on 5 continents and in 22 countries. According to its website, the event has more than 500 million passionate fans around the world who support the builders and riders. Formula One has already collaborated with crypto exchanges. In June last year, Crypto.com, I mentioned it, became the first global sponsor of Formula One Sprint Series. The deal is expected to continue this year. However, the period does not seem to be favorable for the exchange. So there we go, guys. That's Formula One. Definitely jumping on board. I can't, but sports and the metaverse are just going hand in hand at the minute. Well, particularly NFTs, all those collectibles, as I mentioned yesterday. Obviously you're probably familiar with Panini sticker albums, particularly when the World Cup comes around. We've all probably done that at some point in our lives, collecting various players and then swapping the ones that you need or with your mates trying to get your album full. Well, Panini are one of the biggest players now in the NFT sector because sports and NFTs are very, very hot at this point in time. So, guys, no Miguel today, which unfortunately means no draw. We will, fingers crossed, have Miguel back on Monday, and we will do the draws. All it remains for me to say is thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful remainder of your weekend, and we'll see you on Monday. Take care. Bye now.